Let's start with the reading, Sagittarius. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. Keep in mind that the energies go both ways, so feel free to interpret them as they best resonate with your own personal situation. Also, I am selecting people for free personal readings. Keep watching to know how to get selected. Alright, Sagittarius, let's see what's going on with you. Two cards, okay. Okay, so what we have in the middle of the reading, the main energy that we're seeing for this situation is the Six of Swords and the Page of Wands. I see you here trying to move away from something. This is not easy. It's not. But you think that it's the best thing to do right now. Although while you're going through this, there is still some sort of connection with the energy that you're leaving behind. I clearly see how you're trying to listen to something coming in from behind, which perhaps could stop this journey away from this person or from the situation. You might not even know about this, but it's something that within you is still open to understand if there is more that it's going to happen here or not. Honestly, this could be just your intuition, because you know what? You're right. Page of Wands. There is a message coming in trying to block this journey that you're taking right now away from this person. And right here, I feel like your reaction is almost like, how dare you send me that message? When you know that all I'm trying to do here is trying to move away from this, trying to let go of something that maybe is not working anymore for you. But clearly, this person is sending that message, hoping that it's going to stop whatever it's happening right here, whatever it's taking you away from them. And this is going to be at a moment where you're not going to expect it. We will see what that message is going to be about. What we see in your focus position is the Eight of Pentacles, focusing on you, focusing on rebuilding what perhaps this person has broken. We see right here you working hard at something. Maybe you're just really focusing on your job, focusing on things that are going to be independent from anyone else. Things that are just going to be yours. That hopefully with all these pentacles are going to go straight to your foundation so that you don't have to, again, depend on anyone for anything. And that is definitely something important. I always say it in every reading. It's something that you cannot do without. It's just too fundamental. It's too important. And so right here we see that you're multitasking, trying to focus on your future, but at the same time handling your past by being clear about what you want in the present. But sometimes it's not easy. It's not. From in the past position, we have the Knight of Wands and the Four of Wands. Definitely a lot of passion that you're moving away from. This is not easy because when you have so much happiness with someone and then it transforms into something you've never seen coming, it's not easy to come to terms with that. You felt safe with them. You felt that this person was going to be part of your life for a very long time, perhaps forever. And so clearly here, this vision, I hate to say it, but it's still alive. And not just on your end, but also on this person's end. It feels like the two of you, other than the Six of Swords here, have never really been apart. This feels like something very temporary, that it's happening right now for a specific reason, which I can already see, and we will talk about it in a second. But whatever this is, this is not gonna last long. It might have lasted long until now for some of you, but soon it's gonna be gone. I almost feel like the two of you have quarantined from each other, but soon that situation is going to revert, going back to what it was before, at least from what I'm seeing so far. Now, in your strength position, we have the devil. We see how important it is for you at this point to really think about yourself, to really think about what it is that you want and you need, and being selfish. I feel like Leo might have had a similar reading on that, on the fact that you needed to really focus on yourself in order to make the right decision here, you know? This is about being selfish, but at the same time, doing it because of a good reason. And also restricting yourself, perhaps from certain temptation, from certain things that you might be facing right now from this person. In other words, just stand your ground. Even when this message comes in, make sure to not jump on the opportunity to talk to this person. Take your time. Let them wait. Do so. And now I see, in fact, in your weakness position, this Ten of Swords, which is the pain, right? And sometimes with the pain, it's easy to justify certain behaviors. It's easy to say, oh, you know what? Maybe we misunderstood certain things. Maybe this wasn't a problem. Maybe we made it bigger than what it was. And maybe that's the case. But whenever you feel pain, you don't know if that was the case or not. You're trying to justify certain things. You don't do that. Don't you do that, because it's not fair for you, Sagittarius. And right now, the main thing that you should focus on is being fair to you. I see right here that this person clearly needed some time away from you to realize how important you are. The best way to appreciate someone or something in general is being without it for a while. Going back to the quarantine that we were talking about, have you noticed now how the little things that you used to do before this whole happened, how much more important they feel now that you're not able to do them? And there are definitely little things, but right now they feel absolutely fundamental for your happiness, for your well-being. And that's what they are realizing here. Being away from you, being quarantined from you, it's clearly something that is waking them up. It's making them realize things that they didn't see before. And from what I'm seeing here, this person is clearly impulsive, at least right now. They might have been all along, but at least right now, they are rushing in. They don't care about the fact that maybe you're seeing someone else, or that you don't want to hear from them. In the hidden energies position, we have the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Starting from this card, you see someone who doesn't care about obstacles. They don't see the impossible. They have a goal, almost like an obsession, and they take action. They go straight forward towards it, and all they care is achieving what they want to achieve. This person, since they realized how important you are, has been growing an obsession with you. And they're getting to a point where they think that not only their heart is telling them to do this, but also it makes sense. It's very logical. They're trying to justify the fact that now they need you and they want to be with you with logic, saying, you know what, this is meant to be. It's written in the stars. It's our destiny. There is something that I cannot even control because it's there. It has to happen. So I have to go to my person. That's what I am supposed to do right now. Also, we see how this person might sometimes not really think in general about the consequences of their actions. Maybe that was a problem back then. Right now, of course, if you want to connect with this person, once again, it's actually something positive. And we see with the Eight of Wands, the passion that this person is bringing in. This is major. This is beautiful. And usually with the Eight of Wands, you have a back and forth conversation. This is definitely a defining moment for the evolution of this situation. Because when you start talking, a lot of things will come up. And if this conversation is handled well, then things can be fixed. But there is a but. It's really important for you here, Sagittarius, to understand what this person's intentions are for the future, but especially to figure out, to understand if they know what went wrong. Because you don't want to be stuck in a loop where this has happened and maybe it can happen again, forcing you in a position where you have to move on. And then here we go again. Message coming in, all of this happening again. No, that's not fair to you. And so it's really important that you try to analyze the situation and ask as many questions as you can to this person, so to understand if this was just a temporary mistake, or if this is something that they keep doing over and over again. Now, not to say that you should look for the perfect relationships. I don't feel like perfect relationships really exist. That's not something that it's real. There are ups and downs in anything, right? And it's really important for us to just find a way to understand if the person has our same goals. That's something that you cannot really negotiate on. And so right here we see how this maybe is just a test of faith. And it's important to understand what this person wants right now and what they're going to say in order to figure out how this relationship or just connection is going to evolve from this moment forward. So let's look into that Eight of Wands. Let's see what that conversation is going to be about. Let's see what this person will say, but also let's look into their intentions for the future. I want to look into how this connection could evolve if you were to keep engaging with them. Let's look into all of this. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, just follow me in the extended video link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every week I randomly select viewers that have watched the extended video to offer them a free personal 30-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Sagittarius. I've seen you here trying to move away from a situation that perhaps you realized it didn't make you happy anymore, or was way too much work, way too much effort in order to make it work, that you realize that it's not maybe worth the energy and the time. Right here with the Six of Swords, you usually do that transition, but physically. And I've seen in this card you still being connected energetically to this person, maybe because you were hoping for a message to come in, or maybe because you just felt the anticipation of it. Regardless, the message is coming in. And that is going to be giving you a hard time, because now that transition was already painful. Because of the message, is going to be even more painful. What should I do? Now, let's focus on this Eight of Wands, which is in the hidden energies, and it's talking about a coming up conversation. Let's see what the two of you are going to talk about, and then we'll see what this person's intentions for the long-term future are. Let's start with the Eight of Wands. Okay, one card fell on the floor. I'll pick it up in a second. Two of Cups. Wow. This person is really determined right now, isn't it? Oh my god, death right there. This is really, really strong already. And perhaps the way they are now approaching the situation is going to be shocking for you. And this is why. What we see right here.